Hey, how's it going? My name's Nat. Coming up on Newsbreak. The first ever winners of the Earthshot Prize. New South Wales goes back to school. And Greta on the dance floor. But before we get started, why not hit subscribe? The first ever winners of Prince William's Earthshot Prize have been announced. The awards celebrate the efforts of those trying to save the planet, and the 5 best ideas each take home $1.8 million. Whew. Here's Leela.
The first ever Earthshot Prize, everyone!
Yes, the green carpet was rolled out, and guests were asked to consider the environment when choosing an outfit. Emma Watson wore this dress made up of 10 dresses from Oxfam. But don't get distracted by all the fancy celebrities, because this isn't about them. It's about tackling the greatest environmental challenges facing our planet. The Earthshot Prize was launched by Prince William last year. It's inspired by US President John F. Kennedy's Moonshot program back in the 60s, a goal to put a person on the moon by the end of the decade. Earthshot's goal is all about Earth, though, covering 5 challenging areas: fix our climate, build a waste-free world, clean our air, revive our oceans, and protect and restore nature. That one went to
the Republic of Costa Rica,
for paying its population to plant and restore ecosystems. While there was big money for the winners, all 15 finalists will get help to keep working on their projects. Like this teenager in India, who was nominated for the Clean Our Air Award. She invented a solar-powered ironing cart. This is just the start, because the Earthshot Awards are going to be held each year for the rest of the decade, to hopefully improve life on Earth by 2030 for all of us.
It's back to school for tens of thousands of kids across New South Wales. Today, kindergarten, Year 1 and Year 12 students all returned to face-to-face learning. The rest of you will have to wait until next Monday. New South Wales reached another big milestone. 80% of the eligible population has now been vaccinated. Heading to Tassie now, and good news, lockdown there ends tonight, although there will still be some restrictions, while Melbourne's lockdown lifts on Friday, 5 days earlier than originally planned. We've had our first Super Over of the Women's Big Bash League. Kale has that and more in sport.
6 balls, 2 teams. Who will win the Super Over?
So, a Super Over happens when both teams are tied at the end of the match, which is what happened between Perth and Brisbane in the WBBL.
We've got a Super Over!
Brisbane managed just 12 runs from their over, which Perth chased down thanks to this massive 6 from Beth Mooney.
Let's hit the rope on the full, that's it, I reckon.
Sticking with cricket, the Men's T20 World Cup is underway in Oman and the UAE. Oman smashed Papua New Guinea by 10 wickets in the opener, while Australia's first game is this Saturday against South Africa. Now, this looks like the least enjoyable race ever. Athletes in Kazakhstan have clambered up this 400-metre ski slope. It's described as the toughest 400-metre run on the planet, but I think the term run is a bit of a stretch. Finally, a celebration gone wrong.
Ja, dit is Hosse.
Yep, a small section of grandstand collapsed after a win for Dutch team Vitesse Arnhem. Luckily, no one was injured, and clearly it was a pretty groundbreaking victory.
Now, if you're going to do something, do it well. It's time for smashing it out of the park. Hundreds of kilos of giant pumpkins have been smashed, courtesy of these elephants, at Oregon Zoo in the US. This year marks the 23rd time the zoo's hosted the event, dubbed the annual squishing of the squash. Yes, kick that oversized pumpkin. Teenage climate activist Greta Thunberg is clearly also a bit of a meme lord. At a climate concert in Stockholm over the weekend, she smashed it out of the park by rickrolling the whole crowd. Yes, the popular 80s hit sung by Rick Astley, used to prank unsuspecting people all around the world, was the song Greta chose for her brief appearance. No speech, no poems, just a rickroll. And finally, an update on that movie being shot in space. The film crew, including actor and cosmonaut Oleg Novitsky, have safely returned to Earth. They spent 12 days filming on the International Space Station, and it's still on track to be the first feature film ever shot in orbit. Nicely done. Well, that's all the news we've got for you today. In the meantime, don't forget you can always hit subscribe. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers. Why not be a part of history? We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.